All right, welcome. This is your Chapter 3 review packet solutions. Here, we got to go over the core concept before we do the last page. Here, we have a parallel lines. So, line P and Q are parallel. Do you see the symbols right here? That means it's parallel. It's cut by the transversal line, which is T, and we have the certain names for it. We know that 2 and 6 are corresponding. 3 and 7 are also corresponding, and there are other more corresponding angles here as well. Okay, 3 and 6 are alternate interior angles, and 4 and 5 are alternate interiors. 1 and 8 are your alternate exteriors. They call it right there. And both the inside ones that form a linear pair are your 4 and 6 and 3 and 5. Okay? Remember, so the corresponding angles, I just call that the clones because they're in the same spot. Interior is another word for it. They're the angles on the inside and they switch. The alternate exteriors are when they're on the outside and they switch. And the inside ones are your inside linear pairs, which is called consecutive interior angles. Okay, this is just a very layman's way of describing the academic vocab. Okay, you could memorize both. Okay, so number one, you could see that 1 and 8 here, based on your core concept that you got, are alternate x here because again, it is on the outside of the parallel lines and they are switching, so they're alternating. So you would say this is alternate exterior. Okay, do you see how they do these problems? You would have to look at the image to the right and look at the core concept to tell you which academic vocab it is. Let's do 3 and 5. They're on the inside and they look like they form a linear pair. So you would say that these are consecutive interior angles. Okay, so repeat the same process. So 1 and 5 are what? 1 and 5 are what? Right? They look like they're in the same spot. That's the cloning one. That's the corresponding one. Okay, good. All right, 4 and 5 are also corresponding. Take a look. 2 and 6 are your corresponding because you're in the same spot. 4 and 5 looks like they're flipping on the inside, so they're alternate interior. 2 and 7 are flipping, but they're on the outside, so that is called alternating exterior. 3 and 6 are on the inside and they're flipping, so they alternate interior. 4 and 6, they're on the same side, they're on the same line, so they make a linear pair, so that's the corresponding consecutive interior. 3 and 7 are your clones, and that is your corresponding angles. Okay, 11. Uh, we just threw in some new words here. Okay, 4 and 6 are vertical angles. 5 and 7 are linear pairs because they are next to each other. 13 vertical angles. 6 and 3 are your alternate interior. Angle 5 and angle 6 are your linear pair. Angle 7 and 8 are linear pair. 7 and 3 is your corresponding because they're in the same place. And angle 5 and angle 8 are vertical angles because they're flip-flop. Okay? Just the 11 and 18 just throws in linear pair and vertical angles. Okay? Yeah, you're just using multiple choice using the same image as before. Okay? Angle 5 and angle 1, or angle 1 and angle 5, they look like they're in the same spot, so that is corresponding. Angle 8 and angle 4 looks like they're also in the same spot, so that's also corresponding. 2 and 7, whoop, they flip and they're both on the outside, so that is alternate exterior. Alternate exterior. 3 and 6, it seems like they're flipping and they're both on the inside, so that's alternate interior. Number 5, 6 and 4, 6 and 4. Ooh, they're on the both on the inside and they make a line, so those are called consecutive. And 2 and 6, which is they're in the same spot, so we could call that corresponding. Okay, so there you go. Those are all your solutions for page 4.